Yo, what's up, man? We live Tuesday. How y'all doing, man? This is Mindset Therapy Real Talk Podcast with your host, Anthony London. I want to thank y'all for joining us again. I got another live and fire testimony, man, from my life after time inductees. I say inductees because I didn't put them in a life after time Hall of Fame off the top. You know what I'm saying? So it was understood, don't need to be explained. Here at Mindset Therapy, we help men, women, and children believe in themselves. Again, we offer 7 simple strategies developing a positive mindset, and we stand on that. Yo, check this out. I have my man Ray Hawk in here, my co-host. Our special guest is David B. You know what I'm saying? A very close friend to my brother Michael, and I'm gonna let him go ahead and do his introduction, and he can explain it to you better than I can.
Right. Once again, man, we're blessed to be here live, alive first and foremost, but God, and live on Mindset Therapy Podcast. Tonight we have a special guest. He's a dear friend of mine. We're actually frat brothers. For those of you that have been following me, you know my story, 30 years of incarceration. This is a brother that I ran across on a maximum security unit. and because of our relationship, we formed a very deep relationship. And being out a year and a half now, I recently ran across him through social media, and I seen that he's on the path of doing positive. He's taking his negative and turned into a positive. And so, having said that, I don't want to hold him up in it. This is my special guest, my friend, my partner, my ride or die. I call him Dave B because that's his nickname. And to the rest of the frat brothers that are listening, they know him as Dave B. Beto, baby. And having said that, man, I'm gonna extend the mic, man, and let him do what he do.
Hey, first and foremost, all praise be to God for for us still be living and alive and free, first of all. Second of all, I like to thank both of the brothers, the beautiful brothers that invited me on the podcast, the host and the co-host. Man, they gave me with a welcome warming, man. I appreciate that. And to everybody that's tuned in on live, we welcome y'all. Hopefully y'all can get something out of that right now, this hour. I'm talking about like right now. We're gonna be turned up. Y'all stay tuned and just tap in. And we're going to give y'all what we got for you, man. All praise be to God. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Check this out. Before we get started, man, I just want to tell you thank you. And I appreciate you for coming on, man. That's big.
For sure.
You know, man.
For sure.
Just from your life experiences, man, because your story is not your story. Your story is for somebody else. And we never know who out there listening that's going to resonate to your story. You know what I'm saying? But I want to thank you for your time. I know you deal with the kids a lot, man, and I'm big on that, man. And I can't wait till we can connect and get some of that, get some of the kids together with the football thing. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I got a big passion with that. You know what I'm saying? Flag, tackle, whatever. You know what I mean? We get it on. But I would love to come see your boys get down, man, and give them some support. But we just want to let the people know that we're not glorifying and we're not putting a spotlight on the life we used to live. We just trying to give you something that you can use when you go down those roads. If you go down those roads, our job is to hope and pray that you don't go down those roads after you listen to these wonderful testimonies. You know what I'm saying? Because we here to share. Each one teach one. It's on you.
Sure.
Go ahead, give them something to start off with.
Right. So as he stated, I gave all praise and glory and honor to God, and that's a big one for me, but I want to jump right into it, man. Like I said, this is personal, this is a dear friend of mine. And prior to this interview, this live take, we had a gentleman come on. His nickname is Naki. And he made a statement, man, that has been resonating with me ever since he said that. And that statement, man, was he wanted to personally apologize to all the little homies for giving them bad game. And that has stuck with me because of during my incarceration, I misled a bunch of gentlemen. Now, although I said, young men, although I said, go to school and do this, do that, write your mama that, it was still, they were idolizing the negativity that I was doing in the inside. And when God entered my life and I changed my life, I wanted to be that light. You know, I wanted to be that big homie, so to speak, that shed that light on the little homies. So having said that, Dave B, this is personal. You know, like I said, me and you ran together, you know, for a minute, you know, while we were on the unit together. And, you know, we had our hand in the cookie jar. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure, for
Thank
sure, for sure,
God,
for sure.
I thank God that He crossed our paths now, and that we are founded spiritually, physically, and mentally. You know, and with a different mindset. And you know, I personally want to steal from Denard, Wesley, Naki, and tell you, man, and any of you listening, you know, that are frat brothers that once was up under my umbrella, you know, or in the vicinity. You know, I want to say sorry. You know, I apologize because I'm here today and I'm trying to put in place something far greater than Michael Robinson. You know,
That's right.
a lot of
For
people
sure.
see it and they think it's personal. No, it's not personal. You know, what I do each and every day, soon as I wake up, I give the man what he's due. And immediately I'm asking him, open a door so big, so I can bring everybody in. Everybody I once misled, yeah, I want to lead you the right way. So having said that, man, I'm not going to tie up any more time, but I personally wanted to tell you, you know, because we rode, Dave. I can name a number of times me and you know, we rode, you know what I'm saying,
For
and
sure,
rode
for
out,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? But having said that, man, from heart to heart, man to man, changed man, renewed man, I want to say, you know, I apologize, man. I apologize, you know, if I ever misled you, you know, and I did because we were
Wow.
doing negative things.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm out here now, and if you give me one opportunity, I guarantee you, you know, what they say when they know better, they do better. I promise you
Better.
I can
That's
show
right.
better. You know, but having
For
said
sure.
that, man, if you just kind of
Right.
tell the people uh, a little bit about Dave Vid, you know, your upbringing, you know, on up to you know, what led you into incarceration.
Okay, well, first of all, my name David.
Right,
I grew up in a single parent household with just my mom. I'm from Sad Alice, born and raised Sad Alice. Sad Alice from the bottom of my feet to the top of my head. I have a dad, a beautiful dad. I love my father with everything within me, but my dad and my mom they was divorced. So my mom raised me. I'm the only boy. My mom at a younger age. Please. I hope somebody remind me of what I'm about to say. The quote that people say a lot is that a woman can't raise a boy into a man.
Ooh.
That's what people
wrong.
say a lot. That's what people say a lot, and I just
Mm.
come to realize that
Mm.
that's falsehood teaching.
Come
A
on now.
woman can't raise a boy to a man, and I say that to say that my mama raised me. My daddy done what he could do, but my mama raised me, and with my mama raising me, she raised one hell of a man who I am
Ooh.
today, right? But it that all let's say to say all I'm saying all let to say is that my mom couldn't give me what I wanted. My mom was less fortunate. My mom was poor. She was just average. She was just a single mom having three kids, and she was just barely making it. I remember times seeing my mom cry in the car. I remember just not wanting to be around. I wanted more. I wanted what I seen the older dudes having.
Right,
The fashion, the clothes, the Jordans, everything, etc., etc. So I turned to the streets.
right,
The streets led me up to the penitentiary. I went to prison for
right,
aggravated kidnapping and aggravated robbery. And I went to prison. I was at 20 years old. I went to prison January 14, 2008. I done 12 years day for day. Uh, in the midst of going to prison, I was already a blood.
right,
Growing up inside Dallas is just it's gang related. You're gonna
right,
choose a side. You
right,
don't you don't have a choice. You
right,
coming outside, you're gonna either be a blood or a crip. Ain't no in between.
right,
And my side of town was bloods. So I leaned towards being a blood. I went to prison and I kept being a blood. And I enjoyed being a blood. And in prison, I came to realize that it was more than aggression. It was more than your physique that made you powerful. Your mind made you powerful. And if a man can think, a man will win. Period, point blank, whether it's for the bad or for the good. And then I learned my gift in prison. You have to talk everything in order to go to commissary, to go to the medical, to go to whatever you have to do in prison. You have to learn how to talk. So I learned how to talk. I learned the art of conversation and how to use my lingo, my words, or whatever, whatever, whatever. And I done 12 years. I came home from prison. Came home from prison. God kept his hand on me the whole time. I came home from prison. I came home. I ended up getting married. I had 2 children. I'm still with my wife today. I drive trucks. I got my CDL. I got my barber license. That wasn't holding enough, wasn't enough money. Worked in a barber shop, still wasn't getting it. I was tempting to do the wrong thing, but didn't want to do the wrong thing because I had just did 12 years and I just refused. And in the midst of 12 years, I actually signed for a 10-year sentence. I signed for a 10-year sentence. I caught 3 more years on Beto for a phone case,
Right.
selling dope, trying to be Big Meech in prison,
Right.
right? So in the midst of that, my mom died after I did 10 years.
Right.
I was supposed to be released from prison January of 2018. That was my 10-year sentence. My
Right.
mom died December of 2018. So if I would have just done my 10, I would have had 11 months with my mom before God called her home. But
Right.
yet, I'm going to be honest with you, 10 years wasn't enough. I
Right.
needed every bit of them 12. 10
Right.
wasn't enough. I'd have
Right.
came home and ran reckless.
Right.
But any question y'all want to ask me regarding to anything, I'm willing to answer the question. Let's do it.
Right, right. So I want to chime in, and I really want you to share with the people the pain, because a lot of times, people see the glitz and the glory and all this of guys coming out jumping on social media, and they're glamorizing going to prison. You can go to prison, you can get the good tattoo work, you can work out, get your buff on, get your mind right, tighten up your game, meet partners everywhere. You can do a little trapping in there, and they offset the mindset of a lot of youngsters that are in the street. And I tell them all the time, it's cool to get in trouble until you get in trouble. And then when you in that holding cell and you by yourself, then you begin to realize, hey man, this ain't cool. And then just like you stated, you get into prison and immediately you're trying to foundate yourself, solidify yourself. Hey, I'm Dave B. I'm out the South. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a blood. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that comes with being gang related because you're going to be tested on several levels. So what I like to do is I would like for you to share, because I too lost my mother while incarcerated. And I lost my mother a year before being released. And when I heard that, I mean, it was just a powerful blow to me because I know that pain. But if you would, man, would you expound on that and let the people know just, what you were going through, what that felt? Because I myself, Dave B, man, I went from a solid 230 to about hey man, 200 pounds. I'm talking about in a week and a half. I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink, I couldn't think. I didn't want to be bothered. So if you will, man, could you share that pain with the people tonight, man?
Well, truth be told, bro, losing my mother, I was numb.
Right,
Because I had already turned into a menace in prison. I had lost all emotions, all feelings. I was heartless. I
right,
had already turned into an animal. So I really didn't feel it.
right,
I knew she was gone, but
right,
it didn't hit, right? I but I can speak about the pain in prison of seeing that officer walk by your door every day with no mail.
right,
I could speak about how that hurt, not hearing from no family members.
right,
Nobody's reaching out to you, feeling alone. I
right,
can speak about going down there hoping you have money on your commissary card
right,
because you ain't got no food in your house, but you don't have nothing down there. The pain of the shame. In prison, I remember people calling it the walk of shame.
right,
Going to prison and going down there to that window thinking you got money and you walking back and it's just the embarrassment.
right.
I can
Walking
speak
back
about
empty-handed.
walking back empty-handed.
Yeah,
I can speak about the pain of the officers making you get butt naked at the drop of a dime
right,
in the cold. I can speak about the pain of not having not having nobody there with you.
right,
You have to lean on a stranger, a man like yourself, a guy that I never met a day in my life, and all of a sudden I gotta lean into you for you to give me a stamp to write to the house, for
right,
you to give me some food or give me something to smoke so I can calm down, whatever, etc., etc. Just that aid and assistance.
right,
I can speak about the pain of just wanting to give up. You
right,
know what I mean? I could speak
right,
about the pain of in trying to find a place to release it. You know
Right.
what I mean? And people don't realize that it's really harder in prison than it is. And I say this today all the time. What you see on the movies is
Yeah.
minute. In
Yeah.
the Arabic language, minute means small.
Right.
It's
Huh?
small. What you see on the TV is small compared to living it day to day to day because anything can go. If
At
you
any
don't, you
moment.
don't at any moment. You don't have nothing but yourself. It's all
Right.
about you. And I can speak about the pain of laying in a room with a man while a man is having a bowel movement. You
Right.
know, I can speak
Mm.
about the pain of having to wash your clothes like, and I tell my family members, I had the same pair of drawers and shirt for 10 years. I
Yeah.
washed them in a toilet bowl. The same
Right.
toilet bowl that somebody used the restroom in, I washed them
Right.
in there. The
Right.
same sheets that I sleep in, I washed them in a toilet bowl. Can you imagine living life like that as a peasant, as an
Right.
animal, but
Right.
yet you got to stand silent and conduct yourself like a man?
At
That's
all
painful
times.
alone. At
At
all
all
times.
times. Yes,
At
sir.
all
Yes,
times.
sir.
Yeah.
And thank you for that, man. Thank you for
Mm.
that.
Say, Dave, I
Yes, sir.
when you said that you was heartless in the most, I can resonate with that. And I remember in 2002 just being on the on the charge on the real red band and not knowing if I was coming home or not. But where I was, it was animalistic. You
Right.
feel me? You had to be this creature. You feel me?
Right. Right.
But when the chaplain to come and tell you, I was talking to my grandmother the night before this. The night before all this, and she gone. I couldn't really show. I I mean, I showed it, and look, let me tell you, they had this, and I didn't meet this man, and me and this guy had been in the cell almost 10 months with each other, and I didn't even know this. So when they tell me that, you know what I'm saying, they tell me I visit, I see the chaplain, boom, I go back to my cell, I'm lit. So what old timer do is shut me in the cell with him. And his name was Tony. Tony was big old cat. You heard me? I'm like, man, let me out the cell. He was like, nah, I ain't letting you out the cell.
Right.
Because the people that come told him, what the deal was. So he set me down, and I won't cry, but I'm not crying. He was like, man, go ahead, cry. He said, man, this man told me while he was in there, this what made me look at everything totally different.
Right.
While he was on the charge, he was on a funky violation charge. His wife got kidnapped. They couldn't find her. Left, he had a little boy. Little boy must have 2 or 3 with family. When they found her, she was chopped up in a bag in City Park,
Oh Lord Jesus. Come on now.
pieces. And he had to see this standing under the TV in jail, waiting on
Huh.
her to see if they're gonna violate him or not. This man told me that, and I was in the cell with this man all this time and didn't know this. So we were like, man, that's what made me forget about everything I was going through. Not making me forget about my grandmother, but made me be a man. Like, man, hold up. So it was good at the time, but it was dangerous. So guess what? When I got home, I grieved like a dog.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
I grieved so bad to where it almost took me out.
Right.
Cause when I got to that house and she wasn't in that room and she wasn't living,
Right.
she wasn't there, man. She was right down the street and I couldn't even go see her. I couldn't even go
Right.
to the gravesite. Cause my
Yeah.
mind was spent. So I can understand about, you got to tuck that
And
but
and to
he's
touch
only gonna be tucked for so long.
Right.
and to touch in on you not being able to go to the grave site, that was one of the most painful moments because of my sister and them had told me that my auntie wanted my auntie said my mom said to cremate her.
Oh,
So you touching bases on not being able to go to the grave, Lord Jesus. Like that I think that hurt me more than anything of not being able to come home and go to my mama graveyard site,
Right.
put flowers up there, or just sit there in general. You know what I mean?
Right.
right.
Uh, and my wife actually bought me one of them things to put ashes in it, and
A
I haven't
urn.
even a urn.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I haven't even built up the courage to
Right.
go to my auntie house and put ashes of my mom in her because, truth be told, this may sound weird or
No.
whatever, but I never believed in it. I
Right.
always felt like them ashes can be anything.
Right.
Right.
That's true.
Man, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
And then, to add on top of that,
Wow.
I mean, you just don't want to take in, that's my mama. Likewise,
Exactly.
baby. And this is mind blowing to me because we're so akin right here. We're so parallel. My mother wanted to be cremated. And because of my charge of murder case, I was high risk. I couldn't attend, and I still
Yeah, me
had
too.
time to do.
Right.
So my family did what they did, and she ended up getting cremated. And I have the remains of my mother now. She's in an
Right.
urn, and I have her in a special place. Damn.
It's okay. It's okay, bro. Yeah, it's tough. I know it is. Yeah.
And, it's just hard
Yeah, it's
to
hard.
look up and see her in this urn.
Right.
And so, like when you said suppress, and where this urn is at, I have to pass it all day. You know, and I just want to look up because that's not the way I want to see my baby. I
Yeah,
want to
for
keep
sure.
that memory. She's still alive. I still can call her. I still go
Yeah.
over to her house, etc. So, you know, yeah, man, it's a hard thing, man. It's a hard thing. It's a heavy thing. And I've been out about a year and a half, a little plus now, and it'll catch me like moments like this. I can be talking and it'll just overwhelm me. Uh,
Right.
but these are the things, man, that the kids, man, they don't know. They don't know about this side, and me, Dave, be from the inside, tough Big Mike, like you said, we had to tuck in all emotions, man. Tuck in all emotions because at any moment anything could happen. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
agree.
And
I agree. I
yeah,
agree.
yeah. And then to come home and just be able to, let that go, man. It's a hell of a thing, man. It's a hell of a thing. So man, my advice, man, to all you kids, man, don't take your liberty for granted. And I think these two
Right.
gentlemen on the board will also agree and attest to the same. Don't take your liberty for granted, you know.
Bro,
And
I think nowadays I'm gonna tell you I use this statement a lot because I was disrespectful to my mom
Mm.
uh when I was growing up. I never cussed towards my mom, but I was disrespectful. I bucked. I
right,
was taller, I was aggressive, and I'm the man.
right,
15, 16 years old. I'm the man. I'm smelling myself.
right,
I'm the biggest in the house. My
right,
mom was little. Women are small. They
right.
5'4", 5'3".
Yeah,
The average 15, 16-year-old guy right now, he 5'11", almost 6 foot. So you know what I mean? He bigger than his mom. And I
right,
and I was there. And my mama knew that, right? But I'm saying I'll let to say that I tell people nowadays, a dude to sit out right here in society, and I'm talking to all the young brothers that's watching, that's disrespectful. You'll be disrespectful right now in society and go right to that prison and ask Big Mike, can you sit down right here? Hey,
right,
Mm.
big bro, can I sit down
Facts.
right here?
right,
Hey,
Facts.
hey, but let your mama get up. You'll sit in her seat. Let your mama be watching the news or the soap opera. When she go in the kitchen or the restaurant, you'll turn the channel and won't think nothing of it. When
right,
she
Mm.
come back in there, you be like, Mama, hold on, I'm gonna let you do it. And she'll go to her room. But
right.
in prison, you'll
You
be
know,
scared to turn the TV.
yeah,
And I'm a whole stranger.
right, right,
But I promise you, if the respect level that you give a stranger when you incarcerated, if you give it to your parents and your loved ones,
right.
life and family will be on a whole nother pedestal.
Most
Mm.
definitely. Most definitely.
And
The value of respect would be a lot higher. You
for
would
sure,
respect your parents, respect elders,
for
respect your
sure,
teachers,
for sure.
Yeah. And Dave V, again, not to glamorize any of the things in prison, but you spoke about the respect, having to ask to sit down. And you and I and a lot of other frat brothers that are listening, tuned in, and women that are listening, tuned in. There's a thing, and this is prison verbiage, and I will break it down to you. There's a thing in prison when guys have done things that require a disciplinary. There's a thing on Beat 01, a maximum security unit, that's called the bowl. And Dave B, if you would you please explain to people listening, to the youth that are listening, what the bowl is and what could warrant an individual to be placed in the bowl?
The bowl is you can literally get the bowl is. I'm gonna just say this: when I'm on a certain part, if I'm not around a certain status of gang member, I'm speaking for the Bloods.
Right.
So with me being speaking for the Bloods, what I say go. Right. And with that being said, the bowl is, I'm gonna use you for example, Big Mike. Right. Big Mike probably owe Anthony some money. Probably gambling on his butt. Ain't got no money to pay, but he made a $5 bet on the Cowboys. And to diffuse the situation, I'll probably pay the $5. Right. But Big Mike gonna get in the bowl. The bowl can consist of 2, 3-on-1, or consist of 5 dudes on 1 dude.
Right.
How can you it's designed for you to lose. It's designed for you to be broken. It's designed for you to be hurt. Right. You know what I mean? And honestly, at that moment in life, we didn't realize that one punch can kill an individual.
Right. Right.
One punch can damage you for the rest of your life.
Right. Vegetable.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But in all honesty, I saw it, but I've never experienced it firsthand. I've seen it. I've been around it. I know it has happened in the midst of it. But the bowl is designed for one person to get in the circle and get throttled.
Right.
2,
brute
3, 4,
force.
5 people.
Right. Brute force. And just like you just heard David say, I myself, wherever I lived, I required a high standard. You weren't gonna come in the day room high because there's a mass number of gang members, association cliques in this day room that we share, and they may have this and going on. And because you come in the day room drunk, you just brought the officers in the day room. They shake the day room down. These guys lose everything they have. We have team members that might have fans, might have phones, might have, drugs. Again, they lose. So the level of respect, that's all I'm drawing from this. I'm not trying to glamorize anything. Exactly. I'm speaking about the level of respect that Dave spoke about. In prison, you're going to respect somebody. You're going to respect somebody. And see, it was oftentimes, Dave, you and I witnessed this firsthand because we ran together, real tough. And we would see guys that think they were bigger than the umbrella. And those are the guys that I love. Because see, in the streets, you can be as tough as you want to with an AR. In that penitentiary, man, you got, and I know y'all see that it's metal now, it's mechanical now. In prison, that's all you got. You can make a makeshift knife, but the majority of people that have them, they scared to use them. They don't want no more time. They just get them, pull them, and think it's going. But you got a lot of people that are challenged that now you got to come on with that.
For sure.
But the level of respect, you're going to have that respect. You're going to have that respect. So again, to look back, to grab back, go back in what I was stating, respect your parents, man. Don't take your liberty.
Let me share something good about prison that I created. Something good. And it's guys in prison that don't want to go to work. I don't like going to host squad. I don't want to go to the kitchen. And I used to quote this thing. And I got a beautiful brother named Ink that we say this a lot, that if you create the work ethic in prison,
right,
it's gonna revolve to you coming home.
Right. It's habit form.
You know what I mean?
Right. Just talk about that, man.
You have to have it. How can you sit on your butt for years? Oh, I don't want to go to work, and tell me when you go home you're gonna get a job. It don't even make sense.
Right.
It don't make sense.
It's preparation. You prepare.
And you was one of the guys I seen go to work. You went to work with a job or without a job. You made a job.
Yeah.
You actually had full force work you had it embedded in you.
Right.
regardless. I'm
And
going to
you ought
work.
to see me today, Dave B. Go
I'm
mean
going to
go.
work.
Go
Yeah,
mean
I'm going to
go.
work for
Yeah,
sure.
most definitely.
Yeah,
So yeah, man.
that's a
And
beautiful thing to
it
bring home
is.
for sure.
It is. And
Working.
I tell a lot of people, man, especially after I position myself with staff in any job that I've worked at, once I get solidified with them to where I can communicate with them on a good level, I always tell them, man, your best employees are men and women coming out of prison. Now, true, they have to be screened, but for the most part, we're trained to go.
For
We're
sure.
trained to no holidays, no alarm clocks. We don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get up early. We're going to be prompt at work, and we're going to give you 110 every day. All we ask, cut that check. Make
Yeah,
sure that check is correct, and we there.
for
You know what
sure.
I'm saying?
For sure.
So I'll always tell, again, bigger than me, I'm always the voice, man. If I get in position, I always want to be that voice for those coming after me and for those in front of me, because there's guys
For
that's
sure.
been out longer than me and they still contact me. Hey, Mike, somebody, I got my CDL. Man, let me make a call. And I try to connect, and I thank God that, I have a beautiful contact list, but I agree, man. Your consistency forms habit. It's habit forming. Waking up at 3 o'clock. I don't need a clock. I've been out a year and 7 months now, year and almost 8 months. I don't need an alarm clock to wake me up. Dave B, I'm on automatic. And
I
you know
need
what time
mine.
I
I
get
ain't
up.
gonna lie to you. Now, Anthony, I can't ride with him on that one.
I mean, you've been
I
out here
need,
you've been out here a little longer than me, you know what I'm saying? And
Lord
things have kind of,
Jesus, man.
be reminded I'm still
I be
fresh
tired,
out,
boy.
so to
That
speak. You know what I'm
say
saying?
I be tired, boy.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do.
yeah. And I'll be
I
tired,
do
but I
too.
still bing bounce up. You know
Are,
what I'm saying?
I,
I
let,
do
let,
too. But my
are
body's
y'all
so
married?
programmed.
Is both of y'all married?
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's a beautiful thing.
most definitely.
Look, my body so programmed. Even when I go out, take the wife out and come home, I'm up. It's like that. I might get up and do my due diligence and probably take me a little nap, but I'm up 5 in the morning. I'm up. Ask him. His phone ringing at bing 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 5.
Right,
I'm up because we were just talking about it. What you said is so significant. You out there right now looking. You can't stop looking.
Yeah, cause
Practice. You don't win
practice what?
championships. Check it out. You don't win championships on game day.
yeah,
You win championships in practice.
most definitely. Preparation.
Preparation. See, people don't understand that. They think yeah, game day is beautiful, but you cannot perform the way you're supposed to perform if you don't practice it first. You practice like you play.
Right,
If you practice bad, you're gonna play bad.
right,
But if you practice like a champion, you're gonna play like a champion. It's gonna be second nature.
right,
That's why my teams was always good because at practice I made them get it,
right,
get
right,
it.
All
right,
right,
I'm
right,
all right. So
simulating straight up Super Bowl games.
right,
We simulating game day. No play. We ain't playing. We ain't
right,
no running around, no water on. Look, man, we getting gritty. Cause
right,
so when I get them out that Saturday, I know they go. I
right,
know they. I don't even gotta tell. Look, they don't go
right,
because I they're prepared. I practice them like that.
right, right, right.
At halftime, when the other teams coming in after the halftime break, they like this. My boys like
Yeah.
get ready to go.
Train to go. Train to go.
Preparation.
Yeah, yeah. So Dave, I want to ask you this as well, man. Uh, if you had an opportunity to go back in time and talk to uh, the younger Dave B, what would the
Good question.
older Dave Vid tell the younger Dave B? What would you tell him?
Wow, good question.
uh, ask more questions.
Ask
Watch
more
more.
questions.
Watch more because of the questions didn't get asked. Like I could have asked you some questions that I never asked you before. You
Right,
was older.
Mm.
You had more wisdom, and I knew it. I saw it. But
right,
it's a lot of things that you showed me in general that I missed, that I overlooked. It's
right.
some game in front of people in prison that you're not even paying attention to.
Most
Mm.
You know
definitely.
what I mean? You
Most
got to be
definitely.
mindful that I'm 20 years old. I'm around everybody in their 30s and 40s. It's
Right.
some things I could be learning, but I'm not even looking. I'm overlooking it. I'm
Right.
looking at the picture, but I'm not understanding the value of the picture that I'm looking at.
Bingo. Bingo. Bingo.
You know what I mean?
Most
And it's
definitely.
some questions, it's some thoughts that done ran across my mind that I know I need to ask, but yet I'm scared to ask, so I don't really know how to ask, or I'm too prideful to ask.
Right, right,
Man,
right. And I'll go with the latter. Too prideful to ask. You know,
For
I
sure.
got it. I got it.
that is what's going on right now today. What you
Right.
just said, B.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Most
B.
definitely.
for sure.
Man, say, bro, the younger generation, bro, they don't listen. They just ready to respond. They're not listening to what you're saying. They want to respond. They want to sound jazzy. They want to say the slickest thing they could possibly say out their mouth, but they ain't even listening to what you were saying.
Right.
If you was listening to what I was saying, man, you wouldn't even say what you said out your mouth.
Right.
Exactly.
And what he said, bro, I admire that, because guess what? You know, when I was coming up, it was like levels to it. You know, you couldn't jump up here and nah. You know, it just was levels, bro. You could not go from 1 to 10.
Right.
Well, who certified you?
Yeah.
Who said? Wait, where you come from?
Right.
No, man,
Right.
get back in line.
Right.
It was
And
a
so,
chain of command, bro.
right. And I always use the analogy for you viewers listening. You just heard David speak about the host squad. The host squad, for those of you that don't know, is where they have a mass number of men in uh, uh, a large number of groups. You might have 20 groups of 50 men in each group, you know, out in this nothing but acreage. And the grass is just about as tall as you, and you got a grubbing hoe in your hand. And they want you to mow this down like you have a easy turn. That's what they call it today. Like you on an easy turn. And I can assure you, by the time that lieutenant takes his hat off, which means hat time, you're going to have that grass cut. But what I want to get out of what I want you men and women to get out of that in that whole squad, Dave B, you can attest to that. You can attest to what I'm about to say. There's a caterance, and you've heard me, Anthony, use this before, you know, and that caterance says, when I step, you step, together, we all step. When I step, you step, together, we all step, and you're going to stay in line. You're going to stay in line, you know, and again, that's that level of respect, because if you get out of that line, Dave B, could you tell them what's going to happen? When you break that line up?
You either the law gonna get on you, but the law line to get on all of us. So either the head row gonna check you, or somebody in that line gonna tell you to get in that line for sure.
Yeah,
Because
for
we all
certain.
don't want to start over for
Right,
sure.
right.
And we ready to go in. It's hot out here.
Yeah. I'm talking 110.
Oh, you
Yeah,
know,
it's
I
hot.
110,
No
and
shade.
it's 9:30.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
shade.
yeah. The middle of nowhere,
say,
man. I mean, all the prisons are set in the middle of nowhere. Ain't no shade trees, man. Ain't no umbrellas.
to all my frat members that was locked up in Louisiana in the penitentiary, they know one thing. When that man say swing, you better be ready to swing. Swing. And when I ain't talking about swing, you already in your cut. You swing, you cutting that ditch. When he say swing, that mean move to another row. You got to be finished. And
Catch
you better
another
not
cut.
be playing in that cut. Because if he say swing and you still got grass to cut, oh man, you in trouble.
Right.
And in the penitentiary, if you get out of line, you getting shot. Nobody ain't telling you nothing. If you out of line, you getting shot. Ain't no look, man. If I had to come out that field,
Yeah.
man, I couldn't do that. I had to break my ankle in the gym. Look, light duty LDI, I'm in dome. Man, that Jimmy broke that ankle quick. Boy, I couldn't be out there.
Yeah.
I was clicking. You know, you got to think in the penitentiary, man. Look, you picking okra or you cutting that field. Man, the okra got spiders this big. And I'm like, man,
Yeah.
no, man, I got to come out there.
None of that. None of that.
Man, when I went to the infirmary, I had to stay in there.
Yeah.
I had a light duty in dome, my whole jokes.
Yeah. So David, I like to ask you this, man. I like to ask you to I noticed, you know, for the people that don't know what you're actually involved in at present day, you actually coach a little league football team, correct? Flag football
Yeah.
team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So I know from your upbringing, from your live experience in prison, from your transformation to where you are now, I know that you pour into these gentlemen, these younger kids a lot. You know, I know you spoke about having kids of your own, and oftentimes you may see your sons out there on the field, and you want the best for these younger gentlemen. But could you just share with the crowd, man, just some of the core values that you instill in the young guys out there on that field? You know, I know we spoke about habit, you know what I'm saying, and being prepared. You know, the preparation now, it begins now, you know, not game day, as you spoke about, Anthony. So, David, could you just kind of share with us, you know, what kind of core values do you really feed these young men?
Uh, patience,
Mhm.
patience, and paying attention.
Right,
It means more to me than anything. Hold up, son. Patience and paying attention means more to me than anything. You got to have patience because a lot of kids don't have patience. They don't understand wait. They don't understand hold on.
right,
Wait your turn. You know what I
right,
mean? Everybody gonna have your turn. And pay attention because somebody got something for you.
right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
I got the boys done got in the car, man. I gotta
Right,
go,
right,
man.
right. It's all good. It's all good,
I,
man. It's
Hey,
all
hey,
good.
hey,
I,
say, man, look, bro.
I
Thank you,
appreciate
man,
y'all.
for blessing us with your grace, man. Man, get to
Oh,
them babies, man. I hear them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
love,
Daddy.
man.
yeah.
Yeah,
So me and Mike can finish it, man. But
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure,
it's
man.
love, man. It's love,
Right.
man.
Man,
And
I
I'm gonna tell the
appreciate you.
viewers if they have any questions, I'm gonna tell them leave the questions in there. We'll get them to you. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
And when you
yeah, for
remix
sure.
it, you can hit them back.
And
Right.
Kimberly
whenever,
James, thank y'all.
whenever y'all need another guest, man, y'all tap in, man. I'm more than welcome, man.
Hey man,
Most
that's a
Y'all,
bet.
definitely,
That's
man.
a bet. That's a bet. And
y'all be blessed,
again,
man.
man, from me to you, man, I can't tell you I'm overjoyed. You know, one, to
For
be
sure.
on this side with you, two, to be working conjoined with you, and
Hold up,
let's
son.
do some positive things. You know, we
All
done
right.
a bunch of negative things, so let's do some positive things. You know, God has been good. He's opening some doors. You know, He's opening some doors from you. And the number one thing is we have a renewed mindset. We don't even think the same anymore. I heard you
Yes,
speak
sir.
about just real swiftly. I heard you speak about you had a thought of going backwards, but you said, "Nah, the stakes are too high." You
Right.
know, so we don't even think the same. You know, and
For
you know
sure.
myself, I've had that same opportunity and that same opportunity. What man? I just did 30 years, 11,291 days. You think I want to run that back? No, I'm not the
Mhm.
Rockets, homeboy. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So again, man, thank you. Thank you. Big
Yeah,
hats
thank you.
off to
Mhm.
you, man. And mad love and respect to you, man. And I look forward, man, to working with you.
Wow.
We want to stay in touch. You know what I'm saying? But go home, you take care of those young men, man.
All right,
And
man, for
again, man,
sure.
big hats up to you, bro.
I appreciate you. Y'all be blessed.
Most
No
definitely.
doubt.
Most definitely.
Say, man, look, I want to thank the viewers, man, James, Roberts, Kimberly Johnson. Thank y'all for the activity and the support, man. Y'all have any questions, y'all can drop them in the box right now. We can answer them. But man, Mike, it's not it wasn't long as we usually go, but it
Right.
was very in depth, and the brother had some good, some amazing
Informative.
information.
Very informative.
Yeah, man, of course, man, of
Right.
course. And a lot of those young cats, bro, they need to hear this, bro, because
Right.
they
Right.
they not, they got their blinders on. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They hear and they see what they want. But
Right.
if you give it to them right there in their face, they they
Right.
they they they, they have a tendency of kind of focusing on it because none of them is dumb.
Right.
Every young man I meet, I don't care how far he is in the street, he got a bunch of intelligence. Even if you got to just move all the weeds back and just see it, it's
Right.
there.
Right.
So you can't say they're not learning, they're not picking up on good things. They are. They're just being misled, man.
Right.
They
Most definitely.
misled, man. The big homies of today, man, they not right, bro. They're
Right.
not right, bro.
Right.
They're not right.
Right. Right. Right. And
I don't
you
want to
know,
say
just
what I
to
really want to say, but
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
You know, I understand. We just spoke about it. You know, but what I really want to extend to the big homies, if any of you big homies are listening, hey man, when you teach them better, they do better. Build your community up, build them up. You never know. The same little dude that you may be giving a sack, If you take that sack from him and make sure that he goes to school and be in school on time and does his homework, he could turn into the next best NFL, NBA player, lawyer. An attorney that could get you off if you come through the court system. So you never know. But I said that to say, man, and there's a brother, he's actually pushing prison reform in TDC. His name is Keedron Brewster. I always give him his shout outs, man. Mad shout out to Keedron Brewster, big reform. But he has a phrase, man, that just, hey, man, just wraps me up. And it says, stop giving the little homies bad game. And that's the moral of the story. Stop giving the little homies bad game. And when I say little, I don't just mean the little young men, young women as well. I mean, oftentimes on the news, man, we see some of the younger women doing the most heinous of crimes. They may not actually pull the trigger, but they set the dude up to get hit. You see what I'm saying? And then they go to the court system, and guess what? They're going to get the same amount of time. You see what I'm saying? So when you teach them better, they do better. For the men that are tapped in, the fathers, the grandfathers, hey, man, do your part. Do your part. A lot of times, we take the back, we can be a grandparent, we take the back and we, let the son, because he, should know the way, and whatever he's instilling in that young man, that's how the young man's going to grow up. If you see as a grandparent, as an uncle, if you a father, a brother, if you see that the young homie's getting bad game, hey, man, please, man, pour in. Again, I always say what you pour into a cup is what you're going to get out of a cup. Biblically, you train a child in the way you want them to go. So having said that, man, give the homie some better game. And again, myself, I would like to state, I spoke about this earlier, myself, if you were at one time up under my umbrella in negativity, when I was in my negative mindset, hey, man, I apologize, but I assure you one thing, but God, if you grab a hold of my belt loop this time, this round right here, I promise you, we're going back into the communities. We're going back into the schools. We're going back into the youth and the prison systems, and we're going to pour back into them. And we're going to be that light, And I know that there are people that are following and watching us now. Hey, man, very instrumental in my life, James Roberts. They were that light. They were that light. And they didn't, unbeknownst to them, I'm sitting in the back of the chapel, They come in, prison ministry, they come in, I'm sitting in the back of the chapel with a life sentence, my head down. I'm half listening because, this is the old thing I've heard over and over and over. But I just wanted to get off the dorm because it's 110 degrees on the dorm. So I fall out, go to church, say, see you in the chapel. But God had a plan for me. And his name was James Roberts. And I heard him run his spiel, and he was just like me, looked just like me, but he had a changed mindset and a changed heart. And this man doesn't even know. He doesn't even know, Aunt, what he planted inside of me, man, from day one. And Aunt, to this day, I rock with him. Mad shout out. Mad shout out. OG giving the little homie good game. Prime example.
And see, hey, Brandon, I tell you one thing, bro. When you can find someone that can make an impact on a life, regardless of who it is, man.
Right.
Man, make an impact, man. That's you got to grab hold of that. You know what I'm saying? In the day and time, bro, family, brother, I love you is used loosely. It's like used like slings.
Right.
When I was coming up, if someone told you they love you, you and my brother, that's just what it was. They showed it in their actions.
Right.
Somewhere along the line, and I had a big part to play in the misleading and you know what I'm saying? But I can honestly say I didn't know, I didn't understand. But now I do. When you know better, you do better. So you can't come around me without me kind of, trying to give you some jewels to steer you in the right way. Even if you live in your life the way you live in your life, I'm not knocking you because I was you are me. So I know where you at.
Right.
But if you just listen and open your ears and your heart, man, I can show you something. I ain't trying to beat you in the head. We're not no preachers, biblical scholars. Jesus rocked with the torn and the gutters and the hustlers and pimps and the liars and the cheaters.
Those that
He said,
needed help.
if I can dig into their heart and get them on the right track, I could do it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could be saved. And why not start with us? So that's what he did, bro. But I tell you to this day, I'm not perfect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not there, but I do things different. My old mistakes, I don't make them no more.
Right.
If I make a mistake, you better believe it's a new mistake, and
Right.
I'm correcting it.
Right.
If I can't correct it, I'm going to find somebody to help me correct it.
Right.
I understand that now. I don't have a problem with crying. I don't have a problem with sharing my emotions. I'm rock solid regardless.
Right.
Back then, I didn't. I thought if I cry, I was weak. You know, because that's what it was. If you can't show this, you can't show that, man. Forget that, man. You're a human being.
What it is. Yeah.
You're human.
Yeah.
So you have to show your human emotions to allow somebody to even trust you to pour into them. If you haul big chest Charlie, man, nobody they don't trust that.
Right.
Because when they won't cry, they're gonna think you're gonna bash them.
Right.
Man, come on, man. We man, look, don't mistake my meekness for weakness, though.
Right.
It's a thin line.
Right.
It's a thin line, but teamwork makes the dream work. We can do it together. You know what I'm saying? I see you, Henry. You know what I'm saying, man? You know we love you. You know, anytime you need us, we there.
Most definitely. But God. But God.
Gloves up, guns down, man. Y'all want to fight? Y'all want to kill? Let's go learn how to box.
Amen.
We got something special coming up for y'all, man. Y'all
yeah.
Tiger, come show us.
Yeah.
You might be the next Olympic champion. You never know, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just having fun. Let's try it.
Yeah.
The difference between back then and now is back then we tried a lot.
Right.
And today's time they don't never try nothing.
Right.
But quick to say, oh, I can't do it.
Right.
Oh, I don't know how to do it. But son, have you tried?
Right.
No. Well, how you gonna say you can't do it? See, easy as that.
I have a very close friend. He once told me, he used to say, Big Mike, I'm like, what's that? He like, man, the only shots we miss are the ones we don't take. Hey, man, that was decades ago. That's still in my mind right now.
Come on, man. Come on.
Shout out to Charles Rambo, man. Alfred Pruitt, man. Rambo. The only shots we miss are the ones we don't take. And if you know anything about the Black Mamba, they in his book, in his documentary, they would talk about he was up. He would be up before the sun get up. Sun rose. And he'd be in the gym, man, and he'd be shooting his shot. And when you see him game day, like you heard Anthony say, man, it doesn't start, no, not game day. Don't be game day, I can get out here and make it shake. It starts in practice. Kobe would shoot 2,000-3,000 shots. And then when game day come, you wonder why anywhere on the court, Black Mamba, man, you can count that. Kobe would shoot a shot and take off walking, take off running. He knew it was money. LeBron James, Morant, a whole bunch of them. Practice makes better, man.
Practice make it better. Never be perfect, but you can always be better.
Oh, man.
And it's been a night, man. But God, man, Mindset Therapy, Real Talk Podcast. Here at Mindset Therapy, we help men, women, and children believe in themselves again. We offer 7 simple strategies to developing a positive mindset, and we stand on that. Big shout outs to everybody that support us, man. Thank y'all for turning out this Tuesday. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all here with us. I want to send a shout out to Free Man.
Oh, man.
Much love, much respect, man. Big shout out to the Max Tax business firm. I can go on and on, man. But man,
right. On your Mark podcast,
your
Coach
Fly. What's him?
Right. Ash Walt podcast. Yeah, these are great podcasts that we ask the viewers, man, please tap into. We're not selfish. It's much bigger than us, you know, and we just are blessed to be connected with other teams of people or other persons that have like-minded and are trying to pour back and give back, each one teach one. So again, man, I see my mentor, my spiritual mentor, James Roberts. I see him on there again, man. Mad shout out. My heart goes to you. I love you. Gonna call you early morning in the morning. You know what to do, but God. And I believe, man. I want to tell you that I believe. Yeah.
Say, man, but man, we thank y'all, man. Mr. James Roberts, Clay Henry, Miss Kimberly Johnson, man. To everybody, I can't see my people on Facebook, but thank y'all for tuning in, man. It means a lot, man. Go to the YouTube, Mindset Therapy Real Talk Podcast, man. Subscribe and share, man. It's free. You know what I'm
Big
saying?
wine. Big wine. Stay ready,
Big
man.
wine. Big Herb. You heard
Kendra,
me?
Gilroy, stay ready.
That's what. That's that. But we're gonna end this tonight, man. Y'all be blessed, man. Stay prayed up, but God, man, keep y'all families covered, man. And we out. See you next Tuesday. Bow.